welcome to today's coaching video, and in today's topic we're going to be talking about how with experience through the game, you get better with experience, and you have this, with each approach that you do, you have a reference to look back on. So when you first start, you may have this like anxiety, like you may have the butterflies, you may feel anxious, nervous, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to look at, where to look, and even with her appearance alone, you can't tell anything because you have no reference experience, and you're essentially a noob at this point. You just started, and so it's your job to gain experience. And with more approaches, like you have the more approaches you do, and the further you get with each approach, you have these reference experience that you can pull back on, and then based on the context and who she was, you can kind of foreshadow and predict based on the new girl that you meet or you approach, like who she is, and you can kind of foreshadow what she'll be like, and you can make certain moves that you would have never ever risked in the past because you figure out all these patterns. And so a few examples could be like, when you first started, you're like sweating, you don't know who she is, but with experience you get more calm, you become more confident, you know what to say because you've experimented with girls in the past, and it becomes easier with time. And so let's say like you meet, like today I met this, I've cold approached another girl, and just by looking at her, in the past I could never do this, but now just by looking at her, I could tell based on her face, what she was wearing. I could tell her age, and it was around 35, 34, and that's not a good number. So, I just kind of looked, I said hi, and I just kind of looked, and then I was like, and she kind of looked, and she lingered for a while, meaning, if you don't say anything, you introduce yourself, and you kind of like let the pause kind of linger, and she's still there expecting you to say more, and she's wanting you to say more, and you can kind of perceive that, and she's interested. But because she was over the age of 30, I passed, and I was like, it was nice to meet you, and she after I said hi, like, she was the one that initiated because she wanted to talk longer. She's like, oh, the weather's really nice, but because I just kind of looked at her face, and I'm like, you're not, closely, I'm like, you're not my type. I didn't say it, but I just kind of like assessed the situation. I assessed her age, I assessed her voice to see how feminine she was, and I was like, I was thinking, you're not my type, so I just said, it was nice to meet you, and then I just went on my way, but the game is like, but with experience, like you can assess, how feminine she is, her age, you can assess, based on her earrings, you can assess how sexual she is, or if she's a little bit more promiscuous feeling today, based on what she's wearing. If she's wearing yoga pants, she wants a bang, or she wants fucking attention. Based on, just the way she walks, you can tell how confident she is, how feminine she is, or how feminist she is, how masculine she is. And you can't even assess this before, like even with her fingernails, if it's like polished and it's all colored up, and I realized one thing, like the darker the color of her fingernails, the more sexually active she is at the moment. So if her fingernails are like dark, and especially if it's longer, the longer and darker the fingernails, the more like promiscuous the woman is, so the easier she is to fucking bang. But these are some of the patterns that you kind of see as you game, and not always, but many times, like this is the case. As you go on your own journey through the game and cold approaching different types of girls, you will gain experience, you'll gain more confidence, you'll see like patterns, and you'll see like you'll have a reference of women to kind of look back on and be like, okay, well, what can I do better here? And you won't be as timid or shy or feel anxious. You'll feel calm, you'll feel confident, and it'll just improve your social skills in general. So all in all, it's like a win-win-win. So make sure to cold approach, and please press, that's gonna be for today, so please press the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.